It's, what day is it? June 4th? It's the evening, 2025. I got my red hair light brush. Oh my goodness. I need to talk to you about all this stuff. I'm tired. It's 10:30 p.m. and I went to bed, honestly, maybe 5 o'clock, which is crazy. I slept 5 hours. I thought I was going to sleep 12. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I woke up feeling kind of like shit. I was so fatigued. And the reason I was fatigued is because I didn't sleep. So I just was lying in bed. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule, and this just makes it more complicated now. But my heart feels kind of weird too. It might be worthwhile to do some cardio. Not right now, but in general. Yeah, I think that might be worthwhile. A lot of crazy fucking things happened. First of all, I weighed 118. And I've been dropping weight for a couple weeks now. But I haven't weighed that low since February. And it just fucking sucks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It fucking sucks. Cause I weighed 125, I think, which is 7 pounds. Maybe the end of April, and it's now June 5th. That's just what fucking happens, dude. That's what happens. And everybody's body is different, and everyone's fighting something different. And for me, it's losing weight, and it's not good. I know people are like, oh, I wish I was good. It's not good for me. I become emaciated if I don't eat fucking 3,000 calories every fucking day. It's just fucking crazy and frustrating. And part of the reason I lost weight is because, one, I try to do all the, I'm so active. I do all this stuff every day because I'm trying to get better at certain things. And, it requires a lot of energy. And then I work as a cleaner. So today I cleaned for 3 fucking hours. And I was really proud of the work I did, but I don't know. I cleaned for 3 hours. I made a lot of money. I worked really fucking hard. What's weird about it is my work ethic is the same as when I was making $15 an hour, $10 an hour, same work ethic. And business owners used to be like, oh, you're such a great worker, you're such a hard worker. And then eventually I would quit because it was exhausting and I was not, I was tired of seeing $500 paychecks, And now I can make half that or a third of that in one day for myself. I'm fucking tired though. It'll be better tomorrow. But I had eaten what felt like a bunch of food yesterday, And I was only at like literally 1,500 calories. And the way it feels is it feels like stuffing myself to eat more. But literally, if I don't eat more, I will lose 7.5 pounds in a fucking month. And it takes me months, if not a year, to gain that kind of weight. And I think people who gain weight really easily can resonate with this too. It's like you grind day in, day out so fucking long, so hard to lose weight, and then boom, 2 weeks, it's all your progress is to shit. And it's so fucking defeating. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm tired. And I guess this is my only time I complain is on my like reflection if I do a YouTube video at the end of the day. I try not to complain at all during the day. I just keep going, put one foot in front of the other, etc. But I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. I'm fucking like trying so hard to be fucking perfect every fucking day with nothing, with no help. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I wrote something that lets me reframe negative thoughts into something positive. It doesn't make the negative thing untrue, it just changes the mindset. So instead of saying, like, I have no help, it's like, I don't think I have a reframe for that, but I'm alone is I feel free with no one holding me back. Those both are true, but when you have no one holding you back and you feel free, you're also alone, and it's very fucking hard. And it's the same for me with like having no fucking. And I guess what I want when it comes to help is I want a boyfriend. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want a boyfriend. That's what I want. I know it comes with a lot of things, you know? My heart does not feel good, dude. Anyway. I posted way too many TikToks and I'm just gonna be really negative for a second, but like I posted a lot of TikToks and nobody really cares about them. I don't get a lot of attention. I've had one video, but I haven't had a lot of videos that are very popular. And then I made like a couple of YouTube videos yesterday and nobody watched them. And it made me feel sad. Because I worked hard. And it's only been a little bit of time, so I don't try to get upset, and just keep moving forward. But it's hard. Because that's kind of been the norm my whole life. It's just being like a loser. that nobody cares about, nobody wants to watch, nobody wants to see, nobody wants to be friends with. That's what my whole life has been. And then me just trying to not internalize that and to keep going and to believe that maybe I'm somebody and to not give up. That's been literally my whole life, and not seeing really any change. I was looking back at my Instagram from years ago. Back in like 2017, I used to be a lot more popular. And I was so unhappy. And now, I don't know, I would say I never really get more than like maybe 5 people interacting. It's very defeating. It makes you feel like you're worthless. But I'm just burnt out, I think. It'll be better tomorrow. I worked a job today and I made a good amount of money, and maybe I'll go to the gym. It's literally 10 p.m., but well, what time is it? I think it's like almost 11. I don't know if that's a good idea. The only reason I would go to the gym is because the guy I think might be working, and it's nice to see him. But I don't know. I really don't want to be a pick me girl, because that always goes bad. But I'm not finding a lot of joy in the things I used to find joy in, like watching people on YouTube or playing certain games. And I was really proud of my work today, but I was fucking exhausted. And it was like, here's the thing about the business owner stuff. Oftentimes when I get a job, I am in desperate need of money. Like, of the money I made today, about half of it went to fix being overdrafted in my account because of my phone bill that went through on like the 1st or 2nd. So I fixed the overdraft and the overdraft fee. And then I only put $20, but $20 went to gas, which was empty. So I had like an empty tank, an overdrafted account. And very little food in my fridge. So like tonight, for food, and that's part of why I lose weight, is because I'm poor. And I shouldn't say that. I should say, oh, I'm improving my money situation every day, but it's true too that I'm poor. As well as I'm improving my money every day. And my heart does not feel good, dude. But I can't always afford food. And so I have to buy like, I don't know, like I made myself ramen and I just don't like the taste of it, dude. And I made myself, right? And then I had ice cream, and the reason I have ice cream is because it's a lot of calories. So I made myself like a big banana split with some older bananas and tried to get like 700 calories with the ramen. So I wasn't, you know, too low and losing weight. But it's also hard because I know a lot of people that can rely on their family for food. Not me. No. Not even as a little boy, I couldn't. The one thing I won't do is give up, so there's that. But I'm tired. I think there was a video I made last week. It was a Skyrim video, Skyrim episode 19. Got like under 10 views. I was just sad. Because I'm usually like at least half of those most of the time. I'll go and watch it when I'm in bed at night. Sometimes when I feel like I'm not good enough. It makes me feel better to watch my own videos. But the business is going pretty good. The fact that I had a client today is really good. Really saved my ass. And I got myself a Frappuccino as a reward. And I came home and I was just collapsed. I was so tired. Because you can't call out of work when you have a business and you're the only employee. You can't. And I have a couple more opportunities for money, I think. And I'm trying to make about $300 more before June 15th, which I think I could do. It's gonna be hard work, but I think I can do it. I talked a little bit about this girl, but she's been on my mind. It's this girl, she's really ugly on the inside. And her name's Emma. I'm going to drop names because that's just what I'm going to do. Her name's Emma. I don't know if I should say her last name. That's too far. But she's a yoga teacher and she's just ugly on the inside. And mean. And I don't hate her, but I don't like her. That's for sure. And I talked about her in a video a couple of days ago or something, where last year I invited her to hang out and she got mad because she's a psychopath and she is like anti-alcohol. So she doesn't drink alcohol and she's just a psycho. She's literally like one of those vegan yoga health freaks. And I don't think being a vegan or being into yoga makes you a freak. I think there's a certain type of person who is unhinged, who doesn't do any alcohol, doesn't do, just tries to be completely quote unquote pure and demonizes everyone and everything and gets really bitter around anybody who is imperfect and oftentimes has an eating disorder, oftentimes turns into an almond mom, if you know what that term means. It's like a psycho mom who will eat an almond and be like, that was a good dinner. And be like, I'm a good vegan, I'm a good person because I'm a vegan and I don't drink alcohol and I do yoga and I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. It's like, these people are really, like, unhealthy. And they usually look really ugly too because their body's so worn. And this girl's bitter. She's ugly and bitter on the inside. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I saw her at Ulta and she was working there. And I'll be honest, I was really happy to see her. And I had forgiven all this stuff that happened a year ago and she hadn't. And I, tried to say hi to her. And she literally, was such a bitch to me. Literally ignoring me, not even acknowledging me, and then she didn't even acknowledge my existence when I was in checkout. She's just walking around, clip, 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 walking around the store. I'm like, you're probably ugly and miserable because you're working at Ulta and you want to be a yoga teacher and you probably want to be happier in life. You know what I'm doing? Making my fucking dreams come true. Doesn't mean it's easy. It's very difficult. But we kind of parted ways after I started school a little bit. And now, I may only have 30 followers on my business account for my new business for Instagram. But I'm fucking happy. And I'm a degree certified personal trainer for women and LGBT, and I have a website, and I clean people's houses, and I've made fucking moves. What has this bitch done? Nothing. Nothing, you dumb bitch. You've done nothing. All you're doing is, doing yoga. And the other thing is she does inversions and handstands and stuff. She got really good at them, and I'm very impressed and proud of her. And she kind of inspired me to start my journey with that too. But all she does is handstands. You know what I do? I do handstands, I do pirouettes, I do posing, I do singing, right? I do building a business. I do building my social medias. I do a lot more than her because I'm better. I'm better than Emma. Ugly Emma. Anyway, She ignored me at checkout and I asked her how she was doing when she came to help a customer. She said, I'm fine. What a bitch. What a bitch. She's an ugly, heartless, disgusting bitch. Okay? Because I'm autistic, and so I had to learn what that means when someone says, I'm fine, rather than I'm okay or I'm good. When they say I'm fine and you ask them how they are, especially if it's a ugly little insecure girl, they're trying to be passive aggressive and tell you, I don't like you and I'm a bitch. That's what they're trying to tell you. When you say, how you doing? Then like, don't even make eye contact and just say, I'm fine. They're being passive aggressive. And so, F her. She's just ugly and unhappy. And I hope she sees this video and gets mad about it. I hope she does. Okay? You work at Ulta, Emma. You work at Ulta. And your dreams aren't really any more established than they were where I left you a year ago. You haven't done any work to fucking heal. And apparently still bitter and resentful. And guess what, honey? That's just gonna eat you up. It ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm gonna keep pushing forward, Emma. Okay? Getting hotter, getting richer, getting thicker. Even if I lose 7 pounds in a month, I'm gonna crawl my way back. Good? I will. And maybe I'll just do it to spite Emma. But yeah, fuck that girl. She's an asshole. She's mean. She's mean on the inside and warped. Now the thing I don't like is like, she's a Cancer zodiac, and Cancers are supposed to be really kind. And the shadow trait of Cancers is they're bitter and resentful, and they never forgive people. And they become ugly because they hang on to things. And I'd say that's true for her. I won't be surprised if she just gets uglier and uglier. Okay? Because you have to be able to release things and let things go. Or else it will eat at you. And I think I said this in my last video about her, but she used to be so bubbly and positive and buoyant and warm, and now she just like looks hollow, and her eyes are sunken in, and she's got wrinkles, and she's very thin, you know? She used to be a bit more softer, her body, but now she's like, you know? I'm not gonna be mean, but you know what? She just looks like the way she acts. And I don't want to be like that. I want to stay kind. I want to stay soft. Granted, I won't be kind when I deal with people like her. I'm gonna be honest about my experience with them, but in general, as a person, I don't want to be bitter and resentful and insane. I want to be kind and soft and gentle. I know I shouldn't pick my nose, but hey, I was just stretching or scratching, okay? Anyways. Yeah, I don't like her at all. And the other reason I don't like her is because when I triggered her last year, and she obviously has never stepped foot in a therapy office in her life, because she got real triggered and sent me like pages of text, and then a year later she's still bitter and mad about it. It's like, get over yourself, girl. But yeah, she's a lousy person. And I think last year I forgot what I was saying. But anyways. Yeah. I'm just uninterested in being friends with people like that. I want to be friends with people who are forgiving and mature and can handle their emotions and can communicate, right? Instead of getting triggered and blowing up on someone is not communicating. Just so you know. If you didn't know that, that's not communication. And then being bitter for over a year, it's not communication. And I don't act like that. I respond to my emotions to the best of my ability. I can be reactive at times, I'm not going to lie, but I respond as best as I can and try to handle things maturely. And that's more that can be said for Emma. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Last year, she ended up telling all these people, right? People that knew me and knew her, and telling all these people about how terrible of a person I am. And oh my God, can you believe he would invite me out when he knows I don't drink alcohol? Oh my God, what an awful person. Ugh. Girl, seriously? She could, I said this in my last video too, this girl could use a margarita, okay? She's got a rod up her ass. She's got a stick up her ass, okay? She got a stick up her ass and she's become like that one girl from Pitch Perfect with the blonde hair who pukes. You know who I'm talking about. Courtney is the character's name, I think. She's become like Courtney, okay? With the stick up her ass. Who's never, you know, relaxed and chill and laid back and kind, but always just like, I'm always perfect. I'm always perfect. You know? And I guarantee you she's not happy in her relationship either. Not if she's working at Ulta. You know what it means if she's working at Ulta? It means she's got 2 jobs. Why are you working 2 jobs when you got a boyfriend? That's all I have to say. You should be working 1, and it should be a job that's fun for you, that you work maybe 20 hours a week. If you have a boyfriend, he's the one going to the regular job like the Ulta or whatever he does for work. Coming home at the end of the day, you get to spend most of your time at home, relaxing, doing your diva routine, enjoying yourself, finding peace, being happy. And you get to be the prize he comes home to. And then, you know, the work you do, it's very joyful and fulfilling to you, like yoga or 20 hours of being a yoga teacher a week, or like making a YouTube channel, or, you know, and most of your day will be doing stuff that brings you joy, you know, like, and that's probably what it is, you know, that's probably why she's bitter towards me, is because she's bitter at her life, you know. If you have a boyfriend, your life should be easier, financially especially. There's no reason to work 2 jobs when you have a boyfriend. Really, no reason. I can't imagine has a lot of energy or time for herself. And she's trying to discipline and drill sergeant her way through the yoga teacher thing, being a yoga person. But I don't know, you need yin. And she's a very energetically feminine girl, I could tell. And she's warped to become more masculine and doing and working 2 jobs and grinding and every day and showing up and working hard and drilling, and not soft and feminine and relaxed and open and peaceful and resting and feeling safe and feeling all that. And it's because maybe she has some healing to do. That's what I think. But this will probably be the last time I talk about her unless some other thing comes up or happens. But I don't like that girl. I used to really like her a lot. And I liked her for the person she was. The person she's become is this like hardened, bitter, you know, intense, masculine girl. And there's nothing wrong with being a masculine woman. unless you are energetically a feminine woman and you've pushed yourself and forced yourself to be masculine because you live in a patriarchy, and then you become really bitter about it. Rather than being masculine, it's just a part of who you are and your purpose and how you show up in the world and part of your energetic being. You know, you like to show up, you like to put in the work, you like to, you know, be like, who's that girl from the World War II? We Can Do It, with the muscle bicep. That's an energetically masculine woman. And energetically feminine women are like soft and gentle and peaceful and resting. Those women don't want to be Rosie the Riveter. They want to be themselves. And there are women whose purpose is like Rosie the Riveter. And they don't feel bitter and resentful and angry to be that. That's who they are. But if you are forcing yourself to be Rosie the Riveter when you're supposed to be Diana or Aphrodite or, you know, an elegant princess and a feminine girl, you're going to be bitter. And so she's warped and becomes someone that I don't like anymore. And I hope she changes and heals. I sent her a message on Instagram that was like, bitterness is like cancer. It only consumes the host. Because I care about people enough to tell them what they may need to hear. Anyway, I'm really proud of the work I did. I know I'm tired. I know I've spent a lot of this video complaining, but tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up, I'm going to look in the mirror, I'm going to say I'm proud of you for XYZ. I forgive you for XYZ. I'm going to reframe my mindset to something positive, and I'm going to keep going. And that's how it's going to be. And you know what? I still got like, I don't know, maybe $60 in my bank account so I can get some groceries. Probably shouldn't spend all of it on groceries, but I'll probably spend at least a little bit. So, and I do have a little bit of food, so like I have some frozen food and stuff like that. But I'm trying, working really hard. I know it's not always going to be like this, but right now it's been really hard for quite a long time. But I know I've landed on the right thing with my business. I know I've landed on the right thing with my, where I've been investing my time. Not to say being a dancer was not the right thing. Not to say working for other people was not the right thing. Not to say working as a lifeguard for the city was not the right thing. Not to say all of that, or door dashing was not the right thing, or all the previous places I've been has not been the right thing, but it just was not the direction that was going to take me to where I want to be. And now I'm showing up every day in these things that matter to me. And I know if I continue showing up for all these things for years, right? Because I've never really showed up for something for more than like a year, 1 year, like 12 months. When it comes to a job, I've never worked a job for more than 12 months. Since I've been an adult, a working adult, I have never worked a job for more than 12 months. 6 months, 3 months. The longest was maybe like 11. And it's because when I'm at a job and I know it's not right, and I know it in my soul, I will quit. Or I'll get fired. I've gotten fired a couple times. Or I just will not have a will to even show up. And I think there's a reason for that, because I've been searching for what I have now, which is this business. So now I've landed on this, and it's right. And I know, like, if I continue down all the things that I've been investing in the past 30 days, the past 2 months, the past, 4 months, what I've been building towards, if I continue this for 4 years, my life will be so fucking good because I know this is the right thing. Everything that I'm doing right now is the right thing. It's no longer a bad detour that I need to get off of. It's the right path. That's why I feel so confident showing up. Although I'm a little whiny bitch boy who wants to complain about, oh, it's hard, oh, I have no help, oh, I'm doing it all alone, oh, I'm poor, oh, where, okay? We're not gonna lie and pretend like that shit's not true, because it is true. It's difficult, I'm alone, I don't have help, I'm building it all alone, but it's the right shit. And that's 10 times better than building stuff that's the wrong shit while alone and poor and unhappy and miserable. So, anyway, every season I get better. Every season I grow. Every season I step more into the person I'm supposed to be. And you know what? I will weigh 135 pounds. And I'll be beautiful, muscular. Do you know how muscular I would be if I weighed 135 pounds? Girl. I'd be so muscular. Takes a lot of work though. How long would that take me? From where I am right now, I would say... realistically, I could honestly get there maybe in like 6 months. It's a lot of work, a lot of eating. But I could do it. So 15 pounds. If I gain 15 pounds, you could technically do that in like 1 or 15 weeks, which is about 4 months. But it would be every day eating exactly what you needed to eat perfectly. Always eating enough, doing all the right exercise routines. I should start tracking my weight. Maybe I'll do that. So 4 months from now, July, August, September, and October. Early July, early August, early September, early October. I could probably get there if I worked my ass off. It was perfect. But that's a tall order to be perfect. It's a tall order. But theoretically, if I was perfect, hit all my macros, showed up at the gym, did a real good job, put in the work, I could literally I could literally get to my goal weight by that time. Maybe I make that a goal. Do I need a diet plan? Maybe I'll look some up. There's some dietitians that are, and I have to be careful because I did have an eating disorder, but there are some dietitians that help you build a plan that's not bad or gonna take you into eating disorder territory. Maybe I do try to do that. You never know what might happen. Maybe I'll write that down. Okay, I'm gonna do that actually. Write goals. for 16 weeks. Because I literally have a degree in how to make programs for like X amount of weeks for people who have different goals. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Anyway, this video is pretty much done. I need to go, I think. Do you want to see my bald hair? Look at this. Bald. Bald. You know what? He's very bald. That is okay though. Because you know what? I'm working hard to try to not be bald. Ow. Okay, I'm working real hard on it. See how much I weigh. See, I weigh 120. Maybe the 118 was just because I was like dehydrated. Okay? But anyways, it's dark, I know. Everything's gonna work out. I think all my dreams are actually gonna come true. But it's just a lot of work. It's sometimes a lonely journey. But I know I'm gonna get there. And I also know that I can have all the hair I want. I just might need some different things. Like minoxidil is coming on Friday. But I think I need more than minoxidil at this point. And I might end up doing a hair transplant in the next 5 years. Depending on where I'm at. Because I love hair. I love hair so much. Like, it's one of my favorite things. And to not have it is really not as much fun for me. I like to have hair so I can do all sorts of fun styles and colors and stuff. But bye.